Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the Resilient Wild and Unstoppable group. And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are tuning in and listening to this recording from. And I have Lia Allen here with me today, and we are going to be shining a light on what Leah does and what she brings to the table, all her beautiful gifts and everything. And I'm excited for you all to meet her. So, Leah, tell everyone who you are and what you do.
Well, thank you, Kat. I'm excited to be here. I am a coach, like a lot of women. My specialty is I call myself a relationship marketing strategist. So I teach and I come alongside my clients to help them be effective in building relationships, building community, and specifically networking. So I love networking. It's like my superpower, if you will. And I love teaching people how to do that and do it in a way, even if you're an introvert, I can make it fun for an introvert. So,
That's powerful. As one that I would say I was more of an introvert before, and now I'm more of a ambivert,
mhm.
or not quite the extrovert path. Um,
Yeah.
so that's awesome. And I do know that you are a fabulous networker and you are always networking. So, what has you following this path? What is valuable, important, or just feed your soul on this path?
Wow, that's a good question. Well, I started on this path because I was really bad at it. When I first started my business, I was the worst. I could not talk to people. I would go to a networking event and I literally would stand in a corner and wait for the evening to end and then I would leave. I couldn't eat, I couldn't drink it, the socials and everything because I was afraid I would spill something on someone. Literally, I was like, I can't do this. And then this man, I'll never forget him. His name was Carl Fisher. He was the owner of, now you'll probably be surprised, but he was the owner of the local espresso bar. So he took pity on me. He saw me and I would stop by his espresso bar pretty regularly and he saw what I was trying to do. And he's the one who taught me how to network very fluidly because he was a very people person. So I've always been a people person, but I always felt awkward in these situations. Like, how do you talk to people? What do you say? So, so what feeds my soul when it comes to this is helping other people who were feeling like me, if like a fish out of water, feeling overwhelmed, mostly tongue-tied, like what do I say? Did I say the wrong thing? How do I enter a conversation? When there's two people talking, what do I, there's so many nuances to it. And so when I'm able to come alongside and work with someone, sometimes I'll literally be their networking buddy and go to a meeting with them and kind of walk them through it and show them how to do it. Or I do a training, like one of my trainings is my networking boot camp. And that's when I work with a few people together to help them develop that. And it gives me so much joy when I see people walking out of there confident and ready to go to their next networking event or meeting, ready to try their new tricks and tools to get it done. So,
Awesome. I love that. I do have one curiosity question.
yes.
What is a fun fact about Leah Allen? Since you mentioned espresso, I have a feeling.
Lia Allen is totally and completely in love with coffee. We've got a real deep relationship going on, but I come by it naturally. I was born in Colombia, South America, and I think Juan Valdez might have been a relative of mine. I don't know.
So much fun. So you mentioned some paths that people can follow. If you were to name one first step that would be super valuable for those that don't exactly know which direction to take on that networking journey or networking path, what is that one path that you would recommend to start?
I'm not sure if I'm going to answer it right, but if I were new to networking, like if I were to start over again and be networking, I would get a networking buddy. That's my favorite, if you will, super trick or super tip, as Katarina would say. When you have a networking buddy and you walk into a room and it's filled with people you don't know, now you're not alone and you have somebody with you. And what I do is I introduce them and then they introduce me. And this way we can gush about each other, say how wonderful that person is without feeling like you're bragging on yourself. Because I find especially women have a hard time bragging on themselves. They were never taught to do that. Like guys are all like, yo, I'm this and that, like they're all into it. But women tend to downplay who they are and what they do, even if they are the best in the world at something. So when I'm with someone, I want to make them feel like when I'm introducing Kat Mitchell, I want Kat Mitchell to feel like she's the most empowered resilience coach in the world, right? That when I talk to Kat, I feel at peace and calm, and she brings that inner calm out in me. So I want to find out as much about the person that I'm going to be networking with. So we have a little powwow ahead of time. What do you want to talk about? How can I introduce you? And then we walk into this room, wherever it is, ready to introduce each other with what we want to get out of that meeting.
So much fun. It's like walking in with your own power partner. There we go.
Exactly.
And being each other's power partner.
Yes,
Powerful.
yes.
Love
And
it.
even with introverts, I work with a lot of introverts who, I mean, to walk into a room full of people is, well, daunting. And for them, it actually drains energy out of them. It does not give them energy. So I would say that that's probably not the best networking environment. I would suggest they do one-on-ones, networking one-on-one, identifying who you want to talk to, but connecting with them and saying, hey, would you like to get together for a cup of coffee? That's less intimidating than walking into a room full of people that are, having a party, if you will, and now you have to figure out how to be a part of the party.
Yeah. Yep. And sometimes as introverts, it's hard to find those people maybe that are those one-on-one connections. So
Mm.
it's finding that balance. Is that what you would agree on, or some other influence that you can provide towards that?
Well, first it starts with knowing your niche and knowing who you're going to be talking to, and then also knowing who would be a good referral partner. So if you can identify a referral partner, like my favorite thing to do is work with referral partners. I'm not out there looking for clients. I'm looking for people who know people who are my clients. And then figuring out how we can work together, whether it's they introduce me, they bring me in as a speaker for a lunch and learn, for example, or a customer appreciation event where I can come in and do a little bit of a presentation there. Or maybe it's just, so for example, a good power partner for me, we have a painting business also. And in the painting business, a power partner for me is a property manager or a realtor. So I might go and meet with a realtor and just have a meeting with them, find out more about them, what is a typical client. And now that the realtors out there doing their thing, they're working with a new client who walks through a house and go, I love this house, but oh my gosh, the colors those people chose, I could never move into this house with those colors. That's when the realtor goes, you know what? I have a great painter. We can have them come in and give you an estimate to see how much it would cost before you even move in. Now they are referring me, and the realtor's the trusted advisor. So these people are listening to them. We get a lot of work that way.
Yeah. And where is that painting business located, since you did mention it now?
Well, we are in York, Pennsylvania, and it's a family business, Allen Brothers Painting. I'll just throw in a shameless plug right there. But we love everything I do, it's all about connection. And so I really try to take time and have meaningful connections.
Awesome. Any last words before we close out this interview?
No, not really. Just I want people to know that whether they're afraid of networking, or maybe they're really good at networking, but they're not reaching the heights that they want, they can always do a little bit better. And I would be happy to have a conversation with them to see if I can help them even tweak a message that could make such a big difference.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Leah. This has been a powerful interview, and I appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Thank you.